Greetings, my name is Kimberly J. Vick, and currently I'm enrolled at Grand Canyon University in a course EDU548 entitled Curricular and Instructional Methods in Higher Education. The objectives for this video are 1. List 4 best practices for effective communication between project team members. 2. Explain why effective communication can be difficult in higher education. And 3. Suggest at least 2 ways to de-escalate a situation when a disagreement occurs among team members. When expected to collaborate with a wide variety of people when developing curriculum in higher education, you are often working with people who are considered to be subject matter experts. You are working with people who have a particular format or teaching method to teach their particular subject. It is important to be able to effectively communicate and be able to diffuse potentially difficult situations and to keep the collaboration ongoing. In an article titled 7 Essential Tips for Effective Team Communication, Proof Hub 2017 stated, "It is important to effectively communicate because it is becoming important for team members to clearly know what their fellow team members are up to, their ideas, and their plans to carry forward the project. The manager or the team leader should delegate roles and responsibilities per the interests of their team. If there are any communication breakdowns, it can take a huge toll on the workload, leading to a whole new challenge to figure out." Proof Hub also suggests 1. Have one-on-one interactions with your team members. Encourage two-way feedback. Show appreciation. Conduct team-building activities. Use time wisely. Promote communication and collaboration. And 7. Use appropriate platforms for communication. Of the 7 effective communication strategies, I would like to expand on encourage two-way feedback, use time wisely, and use the appropriate platforms for communication with your team. Proof Hub also states, encouraging two-way feedback is a sign of good communication in the workplace that will give your team a chance to self-evaluate. Give detailed feedback to increase team communication and to coach your team. You can keep a written record of your feedback via your task management system, which can help increase an overall communication efforts and your team's productivity. Using time wisely is also important. Starting meetings on time, preparing an agenda prior to the meeting to maintain organization, and being clear and concise of goals, objectives, and tasks before the meeting adjourns. After the meeting is adjourned, how does your team communicate? Proof Hub stated using software such as Zoom, Skype, Yammer, and Office 365 to communicate individually and collectively with your team. The link to the aforementioned software products will be listed in the comments of this video. Within the same vein, Boyer 2016 stated, over the past year, there's been no shortage of headlines covering the crises and challenges, some new, some old, that colleges and universities have to deal with. From the passionate protests of the Black Lives Matter movement to the highly politicized involvement of lawmakers to the almost daily reports of strained relations with governing boards, colleges are having to deal not only with the issues themselves, but also the crisis management response. For instance, universities have allowed governing boards, such as their local board of regents, to make decisions about the university, and they did not conduct sufficient research of the situation or the outcome that has resonated various movements that lead to the call of an official resignation, termination of faculty, or expulsion of students. Ineffective communication can be very frustrating and cause conflict in any team situation. According to Loretto in 2018, conflict is one of those things that often just happens. If you find yourself unprepared to deal with it, it can pose some serious consequences. There are 8 tips for de-escalating conflict. 1. Don't avoid it. Avoid being defensive. Avoid overgeneralizations. Be objective. Create healthy relationships. Avoid being a know-it-all. Never, ever attack someone's character. And don't stonewall. In the end, implementing best practices for effective communication between project team members, maintaining effective communication with all levels of the team, and de-escalating situations when disagreements occur is very, very important to the success of any team. This has been Kimberly Vick, Grand Canyon University student. Thank you for your time.